Hello and welcome. I just wanted to cover something that I wish I would have known before I spent a ton of money, and then have two side-by-side comparisons of a very similar yet very different handgun. So what we've got at first is the Staccato hdp4, and then we've got the Staccato c4x. So when we're looking at these side by side, this one is a larger framed weapon, so this is going to be your full size. It takes Glock 17 magazines, which is a huge upcheck of the P4 and is actually one of the big reasons I decided to purchase it. The C4X takes your standard Glock 19 magazines and obviously will run the same 17 round or Glock 17 magazines as the P4. Now, some of the big differences you might notice is the C4X does have a one-piece compensator that is milled with the barrel, so this is not removable. It's got these slide serrations, which is neither here nor there. I wasn't crazy about them, but the big selling point for me was it comes with factory night sights. So the pistol is exactly how it came from Staccato, with the only exception being the Trigicon and the XT3. And the same way with this, this does have the suppressor height sights that will co-witness with your dot, but the hdp4 does not have the night sights, and it does not have the slide serrations. It also doesn't have the blacked barrel. It's got the bull stainless barrel. So some of the things that I wish somebody would have told me is, one, the price point for these are mildly prohibitive. I knew that going into it. I'm not an idiot. I can read the price tags. But the difference in the pistol, really. So one, when I picked this up, they were not available when I bought this. So it wasn't like I had a different option. This was kind of like the go-to. You could get the preferred. Like I said, I'm not crazy about the slide serrations. When I look at it, it's just extra room for more crap to get in your barrel. However, this had the other stuff that I wanted that couldn't get it with everything else just without the slide serrations. The other kind of cool thing about this is, depending on where you live, where you're from, where you're traveling to, this is a California compliant pistol. One of the things I don't like about it, and that they don't tell you, it's clear, we can check it, but on the California compliant version, when you squeeze the trigger without a magazine in it, the hammer does not fall. So when we look at the standard version of the P4, it doesn't have that feature. So you squeeze the trigger, hammer falls. Now when I travel a lot, so this being California compliant was huge. I've got a carry class coming up, a Zoom interview to get my non-resident California carry permit. And I needed a pistol to register with the state that I could carry in the state that kind of checked a lot of the other boxes for me. So California's gun laws recently shifted, and they're getting rid of Glock sales. I've carried a Glock for 10, 12 years now. Since I was legally allowed to carry one, I've carried one. So I have a plethora of Glock magazines, and a lot of people are in the exact same boat. So this I haven't even fired yet. I just got it in. I bought it. The dot has a scratch on it, so that's why I got that one. And then I'm a surefire snob, so I bought the XC3 to go on it. And then for this one, this is the first 2011 that I ever purchased. And just the Staccato checked enough of the boxes at a price point that was the route I wanted to take. And it was a very affordable pistol. And the big thing about it was the Glock magazines. So I looked at the C2s, I looked at a bunch of other of the Staccatos, and not having the ability to take the Glock magazines was buying me into buying 60, 70, 50, $50 to $70 magazines depending on brand. Whereas I already had literally dozens of Glock magazines. And the same thing with this, from where I've traveled and I've been in other states, I have magazine restrictions. I had 10-round magazines, 4 Glocks laying around. This will take them. The thing about these are they do take Glock magazines, but they come with the steel ones, and they are beautiful. This I have not fired yet. I can't speak for the reliability of it. If it's anything like this, the day I purchased it, I went to the range, I put 1,000 rounds through it straight out of the box. Didn't have any hiccups, didn't have any malfunctions. At the end, it did start to get sluggish, and if I would have been using lighter ammo or not plus Ps, I really feel like it probably would have had some malfunctions. I was shooting really good ammo. I was shooting the 124 grain Fiocchi and Staccato ammo, so I didn't have those kinds of issues out of it. It did start to slow down. So to say like these things are jam proof, I think I was probably only 150 to 200 rounds away from actually having malfunction. I just ran out of ammo before I did. But it performed phenomenally well out of the box, and it wasn't like it was a soft or an easy range to. I mean, I was in the dirt. I was like, making sure that it would work, because it is going to be graduated into my carry pistol from the Glock. I just kind of wanted a nicer pistol. I'm at a point where I could afford it, and I decided that I wanted one. With this, checking the boxes, this does take Glock 19 magazines, so obviously it will fit the Glock 17 magazines, which was a huge upcheck as well. It feels good in my hand. It was about the size I wanted for a carry pistol. That's why I put the XC3 on it. It's just a little bit smaller. I do have a holster for the X300 to go on this, and it is big. So here's the Incog. These are one of my favorite carry holsters on the market. Is between this, the Tier 1, and then the T-Rex Arms are my three favorite. But the Incog with the X300 is substantially larger than the Staccato holster with the XC3. So if you're looking at carrying, I think this is a way better duty style weapon. I say that I don't open carry, I conceal carry, and I conceal carried this for a period of weeks without any kind of an issue. So